Hey there, this is Daniel West for Picket Fence Studios. Here today with a couple coffee themed products from Picket Fence. The Coffee is the Answer word topper die and the Down to the Last Cup background stamp. Here is the Coffee is the Answer die flipped around in mirror image and the Down to the Last Cup background stamp. These fantastic products are perfect for the coffee lover, which is me, always, forever. I'm going to stamp out this background stamp, and you'll see that this one of my favorite products in the whole of picket fence world and crafting world even. I just love these background stamps. They just go on and on and on. You can stamp as many times as you like and just keep the image going. It's a lot of fun. So I'm going to stamp it once and then move my cardstock down and stamp it again using Picket Fence Hybrid ink here. Perfect for Copic coloring, which is what we're going to do today. And then I'm going to adjust my stamp, move it a little bit in my MISTI and stamp it a couple more times just to finish out my panel. And you'll see that I got this one off just a little tiny bit. So I grabbed a Copic fine liner or multi-liner pen and just filled in some of the image that was not lined up exactly. These are really forgiving stamps and I just love it about them. Now I'm going to color my image in using the E20 family of Copic markers. I have 4 of them out now. I'm actually going to use 5. E21, E23, E25, E27, and E29. So I'm laying down just a mid-tone now in E23, and then I'll come back with an E21 to blend some of those in. And when I've colored in all my croissants and all my coffee bags and all my cups with a bit of this E21, I'm going to come in and darken up the image and add some depth to all of it. Now, I'm not exactly blending these in, all of them anyway. I'm actually using a layering technique where you can see the definition between the colors, and that's fine. For me, it's fine. If you don't like it, you can just blend your little heart out. But I like to color this way. It's one of my favorite ways to color. When you have a lot of time and you want to blend more, you can do that. If you are short on time, you can color this way. And you know what? When the person gets the card, they're still going to think, wow, this is beautiful. I love it. So you can see I'm adding in some E29 where I want some depth on my card. So this is just eyeballing it. I don't have a recipe for you or a way to just tell you exactly where. It's not really paint by number, but you can eyeball it and see where you think a little bit of definition is called for. Now I'm breaking out my E23 and blending that in a bit here and there. I'm actually leaving some white on the shiny parts that I think need a little bit of reflection on them. So I'm going to trim my panel down. I'm going to have 2 pieces here, one broad piece and one more narrow piece. And I see that on my narrow piece, there's a little bit more coloring to do. So let's fill in what I missed already with more Copics. And then I'm going to die cut the word topper die. Coffee is the answer. There's actually a stamp set that goes along with word topper dies and has questions in it. But for me, whatever the question is, coffee is the answer. I mean, there's just hardly anything coffee can't fix, right? So look at this die. It's a little intricate, so you'll spend a few seconds getting it out of its negative space. Well, look how it just beautifully lines up on an A2 sized card. You can actually do it horizontally or vertical. Not, I'm talking about the card base layout horizontally or vertically. Let's adhere our image, background image down, and then the word topper dies. We'll connect them all together for a triple tri-layered cappuccino. I don't know what the exact name is on those triple layer cappuccinos, but you know how they have 3 different layers. We're doing that kind of with the word topper die. So there's white, black, and brown here. And just adhere that to the front of your card. I'm not actually embellishing this card. It's, I think coffee is perfect without it. But if you wanted to do a shaker card, there's a fantastic new set of sequins from Picket that has actual coffee theme to it and coffee beans in it. They're not coffee beans, but they look like coffee beans. Beautiful sequin set. And here is my finished card. Let's do another card. Very similar, but just with that extra piece of panel. And I'm going to just use one of the die cuts on this one. And I'm using my grid on my desktop here to line that up perfectly. Just adjust it a little bit to get it straight, to make sure it's not crooked. And then I'm going to plop down that last piece of that panel, which is just a perfect little amount for the front of a clean and simple card. Let's trim off the edges. And here is our finished project. Both cards probably took me about 45 minutes to create. So not bad. I hope you've enjoyed this little session with me today. Grab yourself a cup of coffee, some Copics, and make a couple cards, my friend. Here is the original card that I created. I actually used some warm grays on some of this one as well, so you can mix it up if you like. I hope you have a wonderful day.